What is up, everyone? My name is C, and I'm back with another video. Before I kick off my video today, I want to remind every single person watching, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's keep blowing the C channel up. Today, I'm going to revisit my thoughts on the Passport Bros. So, for those of you who don't know what a Passport Bro is, I'm going to give you guys my definition. A passport bro is basically a guy who is not happy with his dating options in the country that he lives in. It's usually a developed country. So what does he do? He takes his passport, hops on a plane, and then he leaves, goes to another country, and he tries to find better dating options. The Passport Bros movement is gaining a lot of popularity right now. From TikTok reactions to Passport Bros being covered on Fox News. I'm going to be covering that article soon, so I want you guys to stay tuned because I'm going to cover the Passport Bros Fox News article that came out. So between that, people reacting on TikTok, Instagram, and other forms of social media, Passport Bros is becoming more and more popular. And more people know what it is. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the Passport Bros, why they do what they do, and basically I'm just going to talk about my thoughts and what I think of them at the moment. So why are Passport Bros leaving the U.S. and going abroad for love, marriage, and relationships? It's because of the trends in first world countries and developed countries regarding dating. So if you look at the stats, I did a couple of videos on this, and you guys can check these videos out on my page. But if you look at the stats, dating is not going well for men in developed countries. So I'm just looking at some notes off screen. So the dating stats in first world countries are depressing. Marriage rates are going down. Relationships aren't happening. Birth rates are declining quickly, and younger generations like Gen Z are not having relationships and doing any type of dating. So this is another interesting stat. I did a video on this too. There are less single men in the US looking for a relationship or partners. So dating is just a mess right now. I'm not going to go into the reasons why. I'll go into the reasons why in other videos, but dating is a mess. And you think out loud and you think to yourself and you say, okay, if I'm in a place where dating just isn't happening and dating is not going well for most men there, what do I do as a man? I hop on a plane and I go somewhere else where dating is better and women have different ideals and programming and are more traditional. That's what these men are doing. And if you've seen the TikTok videos, women are upset. Women in the first world countries that these men originally are from are upset. They don't like the fact that these guys are leaving, that they're going abroad for love and relationships, etc., etc. They're mad. Modern women, as they call them, are very mad at these Passport Bros and these men who are leaving them. Let's look at another aspect of dating in first world countries that I think a lot of people just overlook or don't want to talk about, which I think Passport Bros understand. I think Passport Bros know this about dating in first world countries and developed countries, and this is one of the reasons why they're leaving. One big reason why they're leaving is because there's no respect and there's no commitment between partners in relationships in first world countries. There's just no respect. I sound like Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect. No, just kidding. So there's no respect and there's no commitment. If you look at dating culture in the US, I can be dating a woman. She can be talking to another guy. I can be talking to another girl. There's no respect between partners in first world countries, and it's becoming the norm. And accepted. It's like an accepted truth, right? That I can be talking to a girl and she can also be talking to another guy. But where's the respect between us as a couple? Where's the respect? There's no respect there if she can talk to another guy and I can also talk to another woman. And that's a sign of how bad things are. Yeah, there's no respect and there's no commitment. So I think that's one of the reasons why passport bros are leaving. If you go to poor countries, you will find more traditional women who are more open and want relationships. They want to form families. They want to be with a good man because it's part of the culture. I'm going to peel it back just a bit and I'm going to look at another layer of this. I know for a fact that coming from a more humble, poor country, because I'm an immigrant, guys. I'm not originally from the US. When you're in a poor environment, you need relationships to get ahead. A man and a woman need each other to survive, to pay for the bills, to form a family, to get things done. You need a dual income. You can't just do that off of one income. And that's something that women from these countries understand. They need a man. The man needs a woman. Together, they both have a better outcome. So, what do passport bros do? They go to the country where that's poorer than the country that they live in at the moment. They go live there. The women are different because they all their life they've been used to forming relationships. They've seen other people get ahead through relationships, and it's more more accepted, and it's culturally the norm. People being in relationships and people helping each other out. I think that because, and I'm in the US at the moment, but I travel a lot. When I'm in the US, I see less of a social union. Like the fabric of the environment is just not there. You know, like there's not as much cohesion in the environment versus when I leave the US and I travel abroad or I go to other countries. You see more social cohesion. You know, that there's relationships. People are very close to their family because they need the family to survive. Young men and women don't just leave the house at 18 and they don't just start living on their own because life is just way more expensive and they can't afford to do that. So they stay with their family and they leave when they get married. Relationships. That's all they know. So when when these women meet a guy who's from a first world country, they're going to get into a relationship with him, and they're going to come in with these ideals, these views, this way of thinking that women from first world countries just don't have. They're used to the women in first world countries are used to seeing people leave the house at 18. People make a lot of money when they're super young and be way more successful and et cetera, et cetera. So they're going to have a different programming. So yeah, passport bros is a thing. It's growing. I think it's going to continue to grow. And as always, I always think it's going to get worse before it gets better. So maybe give it 5-10 years. It's just dating is going to just continue to get worse in first world countries until something happens. If you like this video, please check out this other video that I made about passport bros. So this is C signing out. I'll be back with more videos soon. I'll catch you guys soon.